25 things I learned by the time I turned 25. I just want to share it with people. This is like a space to have a discussion. Let's like talk about it. No judgment zone here. These are just my personal experiences. And lesson number one, not everyone is gonna like you. Now we have always heard this quote from like since the advent of humans. Like not everyone's gonna like you, but I wanted to change it. Say instead of not everyone's gonna like you, also not everyone's gonna hate you. I wanted to do it personally to remove the focus off of the people who dislike us and focus on the people who actually put effort into showing that they care. I found when I focus on the people who like me, more life becomes easier to live. Who knew? Okay, so I want to focus on the positive more than the negative. Number two, around people who like us. People who like you will not act in a way that will compromise a relationship. People do what they want, when they want, may not be how they want, but people will let you know where you stand. And if it's one thing I learned is that people who think they would lose a lot from your absence will not act in ways that will compromise a relationship. They will not treat you badly. They will not abuse you. They would definitely not like talk crap about you. They will not ruin your reputation. So anyone who's like still making excuses for their friend or their dusty ass significant other, let this be the video to let you know that if you got to make all those excuses for someone's actions and you've seen them act better with other people, it's time to let that relationship go. Let the friendship go. Let the familial stuff go. Let the significant other go. Because if they cared enough, they wouldn't compromise shit. All right. Third one. So I heard this a lot. This is something I heard a lot growing up where people are very quick to talk about. I don't know anyone kindness. And you know what I have to say about that? Beautiful. Neither do I. When people say, I don't owe you kindness, it's a way for them to excuse their nasty behavior that they themselves would not accept. The problem with these people who oftentimes walk around and say, I don't owe you kindness, is that when you reciprocate, they get pissed. Don't be afraid to match energies, especially with people who don't owe you kindness. They don't owe you anything. You don't owe them anything. They shouldn't be as pissed. And if they are, you don't owe them kindness. Four, relationships are luck and a chance agreement. I've seen people revere this thing like, why can't I get into a relationship? Like it's so goddamn special. You know, like I've been single for years. Like, what is wrong with me? And I'm here to confirm with you nothing. When I was in a relationship, I was in the most toxic, screwed up phase of my life. I wasn't even a good partner to this person. And it happened because we just happened to meet. We were two people who were extremely attracted to one another. And we just pursued a relationship. That's it. It was a chance agreement. It was out of luck. We just happened to be born in the same city, happened to be raised in the same city, happened to be on the same dating website around the same time. I'm saying this just to remove some of the sweat for anyone who's been like super single. Let's go down to tip number 5, back in relationships. Getting into a relationship is very easy. Getting into a good one may take a while. We revere like romantic relationships so much. Getting into a relationship is very easy. Just find someone who fulfill a need for, whether it's a romantic need, emotional need, loving need. You'll be in a relationship. I found that a lot of relationships are like people agreeing to fulfill certain needs. It's very easy to get into a relationship when you're paying half. They always make that joke around in the Bay Area where it's like it's hard to find single people because rent's so damn high. Now getting into a good one may take a while. A lot of relationships are unhealthy. I didn't say majority, I said a lot for anyone like comes in the comment. So like if you're looking for a good one with like someone on your wavelength with like compatibility, some people it's financial compatibility, personality compatibility. And the more like standards you add that would make it like worthwhile for yourself, It's gonna take you a while. If you are surrounded by people who do not have the traits that you want in a relationship, it's gonna take you a while because you gotta elevate yourself to an area where you could finally meet those people or like elevate your interactions, being strategic about who you'll talk to. And also, you may not get a relationship, and it is not the end of the world. But for the people who want to get into a relationship, this leads into my point number 6. Life is a numbers game. And this goes for romantic relationships, friendships, familiar relationships, etc. The more you expose yourself to more people, the more you increase your chances of getting the thing you want. If you are currently surrounded by people who do not fit your ideals for a relationship or like a friendship, you need to increase your pool of people. So for anyone who's a little scared, doesn't like the people around them, like this is the thing you're gonna have to do. Like increase your chances. You may or may not get it, but you better increase your chances if you really want the results of a relationship or a better friendship. 7, sour candies lead to higher dental bills. I got 2 root canals. Shit is expensive. For all you people enjoying like sour gummy worms right now, and just candies in general, when you're eating those, like your teeth don't like them so much. That $1 you spend today on those gummy worms, you better off buying strawberries, cause that $1 gonna cost over 100 when you get a crown replacement. Okay, so put the sour candies away. We got to point number 8. Again, with health and taking care of yourself. Sleep and exercise are the best medications and precaution. I know, like, we get to adulthood and we're not supposed to be at bed by 10 because social concepts, we get to, like, stay up longer for some stupid reason. You need sleep. You may not feel that way, but 6 hours is not enough. If you hear your heart a boop booping in your chest, maybe it's time to get some sleep and see your doctor if you can't afford it. Staying up all late is not it. You don't need to binge watch that movie. It's gonna be there. You're not gonna be here all the time though. You're gonna die eventually. Exercise for my people with depression, my people with anxiety, like what's up? Like what's up? Comment below. Exercise is one of the great things, and you don't even have to exercise with a specific goal. Just like exercise to get your body moving, it boosts your mood in so many ways. So like, why not do it? Take a walk around your block. If your hood's a bit scary, take a walk around somebody else's block. Let's move to tip 9, back into like the people sphere or relationships. It actually does not take a lot to be disliked or liked. You are competing with people's biases half the time and their past experiences. Unless you are out here, pulling fish out your sack in the middle of a public train, or you're just a pain in the butt in general, that even your doctor doesn't want to deal with you. 9 times out of 10, you're just a regular person who's trying to navigate this world as easy as possible, as much ease for yourself. And you're probably not thinking about like screwing over other people because it just wouldn't be beneficial. You don't want an angry mob. It's because people like how they see themselves in us, and sometimes dislike how they see themselves in us. Okay? So don't kill yourself over whether or not someone likes you or not. Even when a person likes you, it's because they like how they feel around you. And when a person dislikes you, it's because they dislike how they feel around you. But in the end, it's all about how they feel. Don't stress yourself if people dislike you, like 1 or 2 people. And definitely don't get too sad if people like you either. Like, it's not a definition of your self worth. Let's go to tip number 10. Stop taking people seriously. Some of us over here worry about reputations we don't have. What they're gonna think. They don't think about you. Matter of fact, person probably got an ankle sock falling back in their shoe. They ain't got time to think about you. People out here walking with wedgies and eyelash in their eye and like other weird human experiences that makes living here slightly uncomfortable. I learned this lesson, just to go into a story, I learned this lesson through clubbing, believe it or not. So I got my adult card. I am over 21, if you didn't know, for anyone who can't do math. I'm over 21 years old, and ever since I started clubbing, like I really learned not to take people seriously. And it's because like when you're in the club or even in the gym, people are their most embarrassing self. We are not the most flattering. And you find out a lot of us are performers. And you find that you shouldn't worry about them as much. 11. This was a hard lesson for me to learn. But it goes along the lines of like majority of us is not everyone is a hypocrite. The same excuses people will make for themselves will not be what they will use for you. All right, moving on to number 12. Just because it sounds truthful doesn't mean it is. Truth is what you believe. So this was inspired by when people say truth hurts. And even when I was a kid, I was just like, why the hell does it have to hurt? Because there's so many things that are truthful about us. That's amazing. Some of y'all do have really beautiful faces, okay? It's true that some of y'all are the smartest in your class in regards to that subject. So it's funny how we were told that truth has to be painful, and like anything that is painful must be true. I feel like a lot of us are in pain because we believe more lies about ourselves than actual truth. And those lies include like, oh, you're not worthy of love, you're not worthy of affection. Truth is what you believe, and what you believe is true is what will be your truth. If you believe that every day is gonna suck, then it's gonna be terrible for you. But if you choose to believe, like, hey, I'm on this neutral plane and whatever happens, happens, and whatever's in my control, I will control, you'll probably have an easier time in this life. Like, you know how many people told me, like, I was worthless, too stupid? And I met people who disagree with those same sentiments, despite me appearing as, like, myself every time. And they're allowed to that belief. And I choose to believe that I don't have to give a damn. Okay. And I hope some of y'all free yourselves and not give a damn. Okay. Save yourself, please. Moving on to number 14. If everyone around you is uninteresting or boring, you may just be uninterested. As I finally as I'm overcoming like the way I feel anxious socially, and I'm choosing to meet more and more folks, I realized the reason why I found people uninteresting at first was because I wasn't asking enough questions and I didn't ask them about the things they actually love to do. And as I'm talking to more people, I realize like so many people have so many interesting lives. There are so many people out here doing so many awesome and cool things. And it's like, do we ask each other enough about these cool things that we are all capable of doing? We're cool as hell. Some of y'all skateboard backwards. We love you. And some of y'all paint stick figures and make them look cool. We don't know how you did it, but you did it. But sometimes we think of like people in relation to how they relate to us, like, oh, I like this hobby. Do you like that hobby too? Oh, you just collect rocks? Yeah, okay, that's not interesting. But I'm pushing myself out there, and I know other people are too. And if you are as well and you've seen this or you agree, like, let me know. But as I'm pushing myself out there and asking people about things that may not particularly interest me, but just to hear them talk about their passions, you find out, wow, like people are living these like amazing lives. Yes, I know it's called Sonder. I know someone's gonna comment. I know it's called Sonder. I know Sonder's not just a Brett Fayez project. Okay. We should ask each other more about the interesting lives we lead. 15. Once you experience good treatment, you can't go back to the old. Once I started experiencing that good treatment, and not even waiting to experience like that good treatment, like just giving myself the permission to give myself that. I receive respect and respect myself enough now that I have experienced like love and like true acceptance. I don't feel the need to chase after people who say hell no. Once you experience good treatment and are in a space to receive it, cannot go back to the old. And if you do, it feels like an insult to yourself. Number 16, I'm going to curse y'all. Don't be afraid to tell people to fuck off, especially around people who are like leeches around you or like super rude, super mean. Don't be afraid to tell them to screw off. Now let's move on to 17. You disrespect yourself every time you willingly stay in relationships that do not serve you. I see this a lot with like friendships and stuff. For people complaining about being a third tier friend, second tier, fifth tier. If you're a fifth tier, you don't even have a friend. But I'll digress. But like third tier, second tier friends, and they know they're not receiving equal treatment. If you are aware, you're exploiting yourself. It is nobody's fault. It is no one's fault. So anyone who's like upset about their relationships, upset about their friendships, if you know the situation does not serve you and doesn't make you feel good, it is your responsibility to get the hell up out of there or determine like how close or how far you want this person. You can't burn every bridge. Not every bridge worth burning. Sometimes you need a bridge therapy. You may not go there often. You may not travel there often, but you need it just in case. It's your responsibility to take care of you. You can only take care of you. Other people are not going to take care of you. They're busy taking care of themselves. All right. 18. Drink water. Your body will thank you. If you're allergic, it may not. Your body may not thank you if you're allergic to water, but for most of us who aren't, just drink some. Try it. Like leave the juice alone. Think of it as like nature's juice before God discovered seasoning. 19. Their dislike of you is not a sign to dislike yourself. Sometimes we see the gaze of ourselves through the eyes of other people, and we think, okay, this person doesn't like me. What is wrong with me? And it brings me back to like my point up top where I said like it doesn't take a lot to be dislikable. All those years I spent hating myself, I wish I could get that time back. I really do. All right, 20. It's okay that you are hurt as long as you keep moving. The benefits the previous generations had is that you didn't get to find out if your high school bully became a fucking CEO. We get that benefit though. What's up? First of all, the first part of this lesson was that you and your former bullies are probably doing fine. They are. The people who abuse you are probably doing fine, y'all. Yeah, they're buying groceries just like us. Just like you and I. Some of y'all are former bullies watching this. You know you're fine. You over here probably eating snacks and watching this video. So for the people who see these things, this is not a, a sign that you shouldn't dislike this person any further. It isn't a sign that you shouldn't be hurt by what has been done to you. But let this be your sign that you can still be hurt, but don't allow the things people have done to you in your past stop you from walking on your path and your journey because you still have to do it. When you calm down, take some time and take care of yourself. Keep it moving. It's okay if you're still hurt. Like this whole nonsense where we get out of high school and college and forget the things that happened to us, that's a lie. You talk to a lot of grown folks and you ask them, like the people who hurt them the most, they would reference people from years back. Okay, and it's okay if you're hurt. You're never too grown to hurt. But please, while you're crying, wash your dishes. Finally use the onion in the fridge. You say you're going to use the next time you cook and you keep ignoring. Keep doing what you have to do. Because your bullies are doing fine and you could be doing just as fine. And that's because like they made the choice to do fine. After everything, you also have the power to make the choice to be fine. 21. Alcohol is overrated. Y'all could argue in the comments. I'm going to stick with that one. I'm going to let this one be up for debate. I'm not explaining. 22. Bad people win because we let them. Some of us complain about like how some people are ill-mannered, or users, or evil and are mean, and how we're such like good people and why they just can't be good. Why would they be good if it benefits them to be an asshole? Because they still get what they want regardless. The problem is you're not applying boundaries or barriers. But sometimes we think ourselves as good people because we don't do anything. Don't be afraid to get to your inner human nature and like deal with people the way they deal with you. You let them win. Like that selfish cousin who keeps stealing your money. Have you ever thought like not inviting them to their house, blocking them on all channels? Why you worry about their feelings for? They ain't worried about you. Stop letting bad people in your life and then letting them win constantly. Of course they're winning. You make it easy. Make it so easy. Why would they lose when you made it easy? You're the gatekeeper of your own self-respect. They're not gonna respect you because you ain't upholding the gate. You better like lock and key that shit. 23. You're never too old to do whatever you want. I'm saying this as someone who's 25. I was super anxious, super introverted my whole life. And it's now I'm finally working on making friends. And usually people told me it's too late. You know, it's like after college, you're going to have a harder time. And yeah, it's harder. But I'm getting it done. And I am forming relationships. It's happening slowly, but it's happening. And you're never too old to do whatever you want. Like, let this be your sign that whatever you want to do, this is your time to do it. Unless you absolutely physically can't or mentally can't. But a lot of things we bar ourselves from, we say we're too old to have fun. Said who? And if you don't stop listening to people that don't pay your bills out here, and you're gonna change so much over time during the years, you will always be doing something different. So you are never too old to do whatever you want. 24, mind your business. It will serve you great in the end. So a lot of times I found in my personal experience that I get worried because I'm thinking about stuff that is out of my control. No wonder I'm worrying about it. You know, if it was in my control, there would be no worry. I would just do it. And as I'm working on minding my business more, I realize I'm having less and less time like to worry about people in their business. If I mind my business, I don't have time to worry about you. Ugh, okay. And this includes getting off of Facebook and Instagram. Like 2 hours of doom scrolling through other people's business is a waste of time. And I get nothing done. All I did was what? Doom scroll and looked at your business. So mind your business. Serves you great in the end. Sorry to bore you people, but we're finally at the last one. And that is they can live without you. When someone tells you stuff like, I can't live without you, I don't know what I'll be able to do without you, blah, 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 that's manipulation. They can live without you. And they will get it done without you. And the world is not going to fall if you're not able to do it. Ask yourself, why am I this irreplaceable and you don't have a replacement for it? If it's such an important task, that's just bad betting all around. It's just not strategic at all. Anyways, that concludes this video. 25 things I learned at 25 years old. You're going to see the thing chopped and screwed. So thank you for watching. Would love to see comments if anyone ever sees this video in the ether. Also, if you're 25 plus, comment below. Like, tell us like what's going on. All right, that concludes this video. Thanks. Bye.